Thank you, Senator Hickenlooper.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, I echo my appreciation, as others have said before, for you taking your time to help us with this. It says it's on. Do I get closer? I'll sidle up to the mic. For the first question, I'd like to direct you to the chart behind me. This chart shows a clear correlation between union membership and, in this form, income disparity. We can see that when union membership is higher, income disparity is lower. The lower middle classes see a higher share of income, and this is correlates over a number of decades. So, Ms. Abruzzo, I'll start with you. Do you agree that a strong middle class is essential to the economic health of our nation?
Absolutely, and unions are there to ensure that the middle class gets their fair share of the profits that they help their operations make. And actually, collective bargaining helps with the income disparity and addresses racial and gender pay gaps.
Thank you. And Ms. Gressler, do you agree that unions are a key part of growing the middle class? Do you agree that a strong middle class is crucial for our country?
I do think a strong middle class is crucial for the country, and I think that it's the workers themselves that need to have the control over what is important to them, and that it's not necessarily a union. A union can be helpful to some workers, and they should have that right to be in it, but others should have the right to not also.
Certainly, I understand those rights, but I think it's startling to look at the decline in union membership as the size of the middle class shrinks. Let me go back and just talk about the credibility of workforce data. And I think it's paramount to making sure that we craft targeted policy, especially when we're going to see these rapid changes around AI. Recent events, the firing of Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner McIntyre, other staffing shortages within the department have raised serious concerns about disruptions to our national understanding, let's say, our understanding of the labor market. Ms. Abruzzo, I know your experience is not directly with the BLS, but can you talk about why high-quality, transparent data and analysis is important for all of us to understand how the workforce is changing?
Thank you for that, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, numbers shouldn't lie, and the government should be transparent to better inform everybody. But you mentioned something that I would like to address, and that is AI. And I go back to the issues regarding large corporations, and actually not so large corporations, trying to avoid liability by throwing money at problems, or otherwise avoiding liability by creating models to try to distance themselves from workers, despite the fact that they control terms and conditions of employment. And we had a witness that just said a little earlier that the use of AI is important because robots can't sue. And so, you know, it's very important for us to remember that these models are in place not to empower workers, but actually to ensure that corporations retain their powers and put the thumbs on the scale.
I appreciate that. Mr. O'Brien, I was going to ask you, just because I have a cousin, the late George Hickenlooper, who was a film director, and I was his rabbit's foot. He would give me cameos in many of his movies, so I ended up becoming a member of the Screen Actors Guild. And I was amazed to see firsthand the connection between the Screen Actors Guild and the Teamsters. And I just thought, in the complexity of labor markets today, that ability for those two unions, I mean, is that a hard, because they support each other intimately, at least in Colorado, is that a hard thing to navigate?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's common goals. We want to negotiate the best contracts for our members, get them the best working conditions, and that's the principle, whether you're in SAG, whether you're in the Writers Guild, or whether you're in the Teamsters Union in the motion picture industry. But I will say this, there's two things that are threatening the motion picture industry right now: AI, and also these American companies, these film companies going overseas to shoot movies where it's cheaper. We could potentially destroy an American icon in movie production, so we have to be focused on that as well.
Appreciate that. Mr. Cochran, I'm going to submit I'm out of time, and I know what happens when you run out of time on this committee. But I am going to submit a question about all the cancellations of energy projects and what that does for a worker, for the workforce members that you represent. But you'll get that written. I won't dare ask you to verbalize it now.
Okay, thank you.
Senator